5 a.m. It's time to start the practice.
The wake-up bell is at 4:45, so you have 15 minutes to get ready so you can be in the meditation hall by 5 a.m. From 5 to 6 you can meditate either with the others or just by yourself. And after meditation is done, you have the chance to go for alms rounds with the monks, which has been a very beautiful experience for me because I have never been in a culture where the Dharma is so respected that people who have little to give still come out every single morning and give to the monks to support their work. Or instead of that, you have the chance to do community service, which just means cleaning up the area. After that, at 7:30 we have breakfast, which is usually just rice, vegetables and fruits. And that at 8:30 we have the class, which usually goes for one and a half hour. And you can ask anything from the monks and they just help you in your practice. And also after class you have the chance for personal interviews. So you have one-on-one time with the teachers. Then at 12 we have lunch. And after that you pretty much got the whole day for yourself to do your practice or whatever you need. You still have the chance to practice with the others twice, once at 4 and once at 7. And also at 7 you have the chance to join the monks chanting if you want that. I have been here for 2 weeks now, more than 2 weeks now. I've originally planned to come here for a few days just to quiet my mind and get over the jet lag. But it has been much more than that. And the practice I have been taught here has been really different from anything I've experienced before. So, welcome to Wat Soparam. The monastery is about half an hour outside of Chiang Mai. It's really easy to get here. I will put the link of the website down in the description below, so you can check it out and find it. There's no cost. It's donation based, so you can give whatever you can or you feel right. And you have your own room and everything is taken care of. You have 2 meals a day. Any amounts of time with the teacher, and a beautiful place. The practice is in the tradition from the lineage of Mahasi Sayadaw, and it is Vipassana, walking meditation and sitting meditation, which always comes together. So if you're a real beginner, maybe you're gonna do in the beginning maybe 10 minutes walking and 10 minutes sitting. But it changes from person to person. Every single person who comes here has not very different, but a different practice based on what they need, because the teacher pays attention to each individual and their level, or not level, but their needs. So yeah, the basic practice is really just with the walking meditation. It's let me show you. Wow, let me show you. So it's like you stand and you walk very slowly, noting every single little movement, like heel up, lifting, moving, placing. Heel up, lifting, moving, placing. And with the sitting meditation, you just sit. And at the beginning, you can use the rise and the fall of the abdomen, noting rising when you inhale and falling when you exhale. But eventually you drop all noting and all concentration, and you really just an open room, and you just let the winds of phenomena blow through you. So the abbot of the monastery is Ajahn Putar, an amazing teacher. There's this old saying in Judaism that, I went to the rabbi not to learn the Torah from him, but to see how he ties his shoe. And that's how I feel about Ajahn. Like in his class, he talks and talks, but in the meantime, he's like adjusting his robe, and the way he's adjusting his robe says more than what his mouth is saying. So, and he just keeps laughing. That's always a good sign. a teacher. Oh yeah, one thing. The schedule is not very strict. It's really not strict. I heard some people saying that they have problem with self-discipline, and they just don't have the discipline. If the discipline is not given to them, they don't have the self-discipline to do practice. 3 hours is very strongly encouraged. They say that you have to practice at least 3 hours every day, but it's really not strict, and they don't check on you. So it's nice for beginners as well as for advanced people, because it's flexible and you can kind of go at your own speed and you're not pushed, but you're given everything to advance. But it might also be difficult for someone who's used to very long and strenuous meditation retreats. So that's something to count in.
Yeah, so the right practice is a practice of concentration and mindfulness that it balance together. So if we are not balanced, it became too much concentration. And concentration, when we focus on one point or one subject, something that repeat itself again and again. So it could be our stomach movement, or it could be anapana area, or it could be any patterns of imagining some pictures, yantra, mantra, or any energies that people move from one side to another. But the point is it's the same again and again, body scan again and again. And it gives you some concentrated mind state that gives you a pleasant experience. And then we hold on this pleasant experience and more often make it the point of our concentration. So instead of being mindful of the present moment, what's now, without clinging, without preferring anything, just total letting go and totality of accept the present moment. This is what mindfulness about. So for sure we need some level of concentration, but concentration is possible without mindfulness. But mindfulness doesn't possible without concentration. So when we practice mindfulness, our level of concentration grow automatically. And then we can balance it. And at this balanced state, we can tap into the present moment. The present moment when body and mind just unfold itself. You can, not even you, just body and mind interact with each other, and consciousness just arise in the body part or a mind part without anyone observing it. So there is observation without observer. And to get to this point, you need to balance concentration and mindfulness. Yes, and there are so many subtleties in this practice. So whenever we say okay, let it go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to let it go. But if we want to just a little bit push it away, kind of I don't want it. No, it's not what we want. Or accept. Mm-hmm. For example, someone lose leg or hand, and for sure there is no choice, you already lose it. I just okay, I have to accept it. Yeah? No, it's not this kind of acceptance. Mm-hmm. It's acceptance without putting effort into it. And this acceptance and letting go comes through experience of impermanence, experience of suffering and non-self. Because if you clearly see in your experiences that body and mind constantly changing, sensation, feeling, emotion, thinking, it's in a constant flow. What kind of thing you can predict here?
It's just been different. It's just been different from anything I've experienced before. I've been to many monasteries and temples and ashrams, but anytime I went to a new place, it always felt like I was put in a dark room, metaphorically, with a map, but was not given a flashlight to read it with. But here, it was the first time when the teachers were available, anytime, literally anytime, for no matter how long. If I want to talk to them for 2 hours, they're there. And it's just a very different experience when the teacher is there. And it's not just that the teacher is there, but it's like when you're in the room with the teacher, it's like looking into a mirror, and the teacher is a mirror for you, showing you where you're caught. And the process I have been going through, it's like I feel like an onion being peeled slowly and slowly and slowly, and keep discovering new layers of my world that I was just not aware before. It's definitely scary at some points, you know, because there's so much that we unconsciously repress in ourselves that when you really get face to face with all this stuff, it's like you're scared to release the cork from the champagne bottle because it's gonna just explode, and all that anger and anxiety and stress that, you know, that was just pushed down is just gonna come to the surface. But as my teacher said, at the bottom of the bottle is all the compassion and the loving kindness and the peace. So when you release the bottle, all the anger and anxiety comes out, but with it comes immense peace and compassion and love. So the whole practice could be summarized by the phrase "know thyself," because that's all you're doing. You're just sitting, and from moment to moment you keep rediscovering who you are, what is your nature. And anytime you find something seemingly solid, you are taught to let go and keep going. It just feels like free falling. This moment is so precious because it's already gone, like it never was. And here's a new one, equally as rich. Your life only lasts a moment. Then our life becomes a memory, a dream. We're only alive a millisecond at a time, this moment. If we cannot see the perfection of this moment now, what makes us think we'll recognize it later? Each moment is a perfect opportunity to discover the perfection of the process unfolding moment to moment.
Run! Run!
ต่อไปลูกที่ 2 ของลุงบุญชมนะครับผมวิ่งหนีนะครับโอ้โหสุดยอดเลยฝีมือแน่นอนขอเสียงปรบมือดังๆให้ลุงบุญชมอีกครั้ง